Hello and welcome to Beela and Skinny Movie Review Show. Today we're not going to review a movie, we're going to compare Buffy the Vampire Slayer versus Star Trek The Next Generation. Let's do it. Who wins this battle? Let's start with three categories. The first battle will be ran by who has the better characters, main cast, who has the better villains. Ooh, two fingers. Thirdly, who has the better story? Let's do this. So, firstly, we're going to go for who has the best main cast. Well, they both have very good casts, but let's start with Star Trek The Next Generation. Star Trek The Next Generation is led by Patrick Stewart, Jean-Luc Picard. Is there a better captain in any show ever? I would doubt it. He's by far a fantastic actor. He is just unbelievably charismatic, and he has a gravitas when he comes on when he shows up as Picard. You could tell his booming voice. He's just amazing. Other notable characters is Brent Spiner. He's amazing. Like some of the dialogue, like watching Star Trek, and I'm like, my God, he just remembers so much dialogue, and he just delivers it so well. And he's comical and he's entertaining, and sometimes he tries to do too many character voices. When he tries to do other characters, not so good. But when he's just being Data, he's fantastic. Really, really good. They're probably the two best characters in the show. Honorable mentions to the rest, like Frank's Riker, I should say. He's alright. He seems angry a lot, but every time I see him, he's a little surly. I'm like, I don't know why. And Deanna's fine, and Beverly, so good, and Geordie and Wolf, they're all fine. So, let's jump to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Let's look at their main cast. We have Sarah Michelle Gellar, really good. She's really good. She's a good actress. She does Buffy really well, and yeah, good job. No doubt about that. Then there's the other, probably the other not honorable mention, really good actor is Anthony Stewart Head, who's Giles. He's fantastic. Also does a really good job. I'd say those two are the standout of the cast. Like, Willow's good. Xander's good too. He's fine. Cordelia, she's funny, and Anya, again, she's kind of funny for a bit as well, and they're nice side characters, but the two main are definitely Giles and Buffy in this one. They're the MVP of the acting world of Buffy. But when we compare the two, by far Star Trek Next Generation two blows him out of the water. Like Patrick Stewart by himself. No competing with Sir Patrick Stewart. None. So let's go to round two. I don't know what I'm doing sound effects for, but round two. We have villains. Who has the best villains? Well, let's look at it. Let's go to Star Trek Next Generation. Star Trek Next Generation has the Borg. They are really good. They're really scary. Like best of both worlds. Like when Picard went over there and he became a Borg, and they were just scary. It was like, what are we gonna do? The Borg are coming. They're gonna rip us to pieces, and they were scary. They were a scary villain, and you could really feel that. And they were really good. Yeah, it was just they're just a really good villain. So good. They were scary. But you know what? Scratches my head a little bit, because I'm like, besides the Borg, who in Next Gen was pretty good? Like, can I call Q a villain-ish? He's a heel, I suppose. He's really good. He was a good heel. When he ever showed up, it was really funny. It was quite amusing, and yeah, he was really good in that way. But yeah, he was good for the random episodes they put him on. And usually everything after that was, Rogue Ferengi doing something. Ferengi, it's like reggae. No, Ferengi. Causing problems, or the Romulans, or the Klingons, Lursa and Beta, just, they're okay, but, they only showed up randomly, and, it's episodic, so there's no ongoing issue with the villains. But when we go to Buffy the Vampire Slayer, there's a lot of good villains because they were built really well by the story. Buffy had lots of overarching stories, like great villains. Angelus is the first one that jumps out at me. He was fantastic. Like they built him. They built him. He was Angel, and he became Angelus, and he was scary. He killed one of the main cast by breaking Jenny Callender's neck. And that's building a villain. That's doing it really well. It wasn't like Star Trek, who was like, "Oh, here are the Bullshit episodes." You'll never hear again from them for a little bit. Like they did, they got introduced randomly in one season, then came back, in a later one. I guess that's as much as building as they really ever did. Which was okay, just not enough. Where Buffy focused on their villains, and they built them as they went through. The Faith and Mare combo, fantastic. That was built through the season, and you feel more for it because they were just so built well. It's like, oh, that evil Faith betraying Buffy, and they built it. And Caleb, poking Xander's eye out. It was good. It was what I like. It was nice building. That's what story arc gives you, but so. In conclusion, the win, ding, goes to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So that's 1-1. The final round story. Let's do Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Buffy the Vampire Slayer does overarching storylines. Ching, we talked about that earlier. They just build up the season so well. It's like all the characters grew in some way and changed throughout seasons, and they stuck with them as it went throughout, as overarching stories do. They were really good, really good. Where when you had Star Trek, episodic. Sure, there were some great episodes, but it's just too episodic for me. Overarching storylines just win every time. So Buffy wins 2-1. And that ends this video. Tell me what you think. Do you agree with me? Do you think Buffy was better than Star Trek The Next Generation? Do you think my characters were the right characters? Let me know. But till then, see you next time. Bye bye.